Dear students, let us start the discussion on the 29th March 2016 newspaper. The first article is by the Yogendra Yadav with regard to the SYL dispute. In 1955 agreement, that is, as of now, whatever the sharing of water between, usage of water between Punjab and Rajasthan was existing, that will continue. That is, Punjab will be using around 2.3 million acre feet and Rajasthan will be using around 1.1 million acre feet. Later the Punjab was divided and the issue was using of the excess water which is available. So it is estimated between 15.9 million acre feet to 18.3 million acre feet by different people. So in this case, initially with regard to 1976 agreement, 22% of the share was given to the Punjab. Later it was revised to 25% and further to 28%. Now, after the division of Punjab, Haryana has to get its due share. So to transfer the Ravi Bias water to Haryana, a canal is being built. And the 2016, the bill passed by the Punjab legislature is annulling the land which is procured for that particular canal and is aimed to give back the land to the original owners. So it has posed many questions towards the constitutional governance in the country. So the Punjab Assembly has clearly stated that irrespective of the judgment of the Supreme Court, they will not return the land or else they will not allow the building of that particular canal. So that shows the disrespect to the highest court of the land. And the political opportunism, the leaders who lost the confidence of the people, they wanted to rake up the emotional sentiments to bring their political victory or political gains. And on the other hand, the central government has failed miserably towards bringing all these factions together and trying to solve the issue. So, on the other hand, the decreasing water in the rivers is the major reason which has to be identified. So, in this context, conservation of the water and using it for essential purposes, these are the things which have to be educated in India. On to the settlement of the dispute, at political level, Prime Minister has to take a specific stand and he has to engage the meetings between the parties. Or else it has to be left to the Supreme Court judgment. Or a Ravi Bias board can be constituted and whatever the decision it gives, it can be made binding on all the political parties and binding on all the states. And coming to the Myanmar, you know that in 1990 when Ms. Suki won the elections, the military junta did not accept it and kept her under house arrest. And then in 2010, the USDP is formed, that is United Solidarity and Development Party, which is military-backed party. And in 2012, elections were held. It's a limited elections, by elections. Aung San Suu Kyi was able to enter into the parliament. And then in 2016, Aung San Suu Kyi got 75% of the seats in the parliament. But however, she cannot become the president because of the constitutional restrictions. So in this context, three important key portfolios, that is home, defense and border affairs, that is still in the hands of the military itself. So all the bureaucracy is under the control of the home affairs. It means that the bureaucracy can still control the program implementation in Myanmar. So what are the implications for India with the coming of a democratic regime in Myanmar? Obviously the relations are bound to increase. The Rajiv Gandhi government has clearly taken a principled position, and because of this, the Janta and Janta government and Indian government, the distance has increased. And the space is filled by China duly. And later, Lookist policy of Rao, it tried to change the situation. But however, still China dominates in its relationship. However, India is trying to catch it up. So, the BCIM corridor is one thing which is important for China. And in this context, India's aid also increased to $2 billion to Myanmar, and trade also reached $2.5 billion between India and Myanmar. These are the positive steps towards the engagement. And coming to the Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gram Jyoti Yojana, under this a mobile application called Garv created, and also volunteers, Gram Vidyut Abhiyantas, they will go to every village and they will identify the status of the electrification and they will update it in the app. When they are being updated, it sends a message to everywhere about the program implementation. Totally, it is about bringing the transparency. So as the information sharing has increased, it has provided for a new confidence and also it has created a sense of urgency among the states. Though there might be few technical errors, but by and large, it can be said as an improvement in program implementation in India. And coming to the Nuclear Security Summit, India is going to face two important questions over here. How safe are the nuclear establishments in India? So Harvard Kennedy School of Governance has given a report that there is a good chance the corruption prevailed can lead to internal sabotage in the Indian nuclear establishments. And added to that, West has many doubts about India building the thermonuclear weapon. So it may also face certain questions on this front. And coming to the defense policy, to give a push to make in India. So with regard to the defense policy, offset clause exists. Now this offset clause is revised. So only when the deal is more than 2,000 crore rupees or contract value is more than 2,000 crore rupees, then 30% offset clause will apply. And next, previously, Raksha Ratna status, that is, was given to few private sector industries by the UPA government, who will be the strategic partners. Now, the NDA government also wanted to bring the same as per the Dhirendra Singh committee recommendations, but however, it did not bring it in this particular procurement policy. Finally, a new class, that is IDDMs, indigenously designed, developed and manufactured goods. So, with regard to the procurement, these will be given the first priority before giving it to other people. So, this is in line with the Make in India. Coming to the Harish Rawat, that is President rule in the case of the Myanmar. President rule in the case of the Uttarakhand. So, in this case, the major question is about the Speaker's office and the Governor's office. So, here, the Governor has given a date for proving the majority on the floor of the House. As per the SR Bommai case, any proving of the majority, it has to be by the Legislative Assembly and it has to happen only on the floor, but not at the Raj Bhavan. And then the immediate before day, President's rule is imposed. Now in this case, the Speaker has disqualified 9 members who are split away from the Congress or defected away from the Congress. So it means if they are disqualified, they will not be given an opportunity to vote in the elections, vote on the floor test. So, can Speaker disqualify the members at his will? And what are the provisions with regard, the guidelines have to be clearly stated. So, it means the guidelines given under the SR Bommai case appears to be insufficient and it is the time Supreme Court takes the Article 356, the review of the Article 356 again. These are the articles for today. There are no much important articles. Even Indian Express has covered more about Article 356 under explained section. So I don't want to discuss that. It's a regular polity question for us. Thank you very much. All the best.